Hey everybody, myself Abhishek Roka, and in this video we are going to see how to download Python in our computer. So very first step is just go to your browser and type this Python download, and you will see many things on your page. Like here I have a link to go to python.org and download Python from there, or if you are on Windows it will provide you Python on its app store also. Okay, but for this video we are going to download it from the website. So website looks like this. So yeah, there are also other options, like you can go to here and click on download Python 3.12.7 directly from here, and your file will get downloaded. But what we are going to do, like we are going to use some older version of Python. Okay, so here I am actually choosing to download a particular version, and in this case I'm going to download a Python 3.11.4. And why so? Why not the latest version of Python? So there are many reasons. First thing is the latest version of Python is not supported by most of the libraries. Yeah, it happens most of the time because there are certain things about the language which gets updated, but the other parts of language the library, for example, if you will work with machine learning thing, then there is NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib. Yeah, there is PyTorch. There are many things which can help you to build a smart computer, or I should say smart systems. And if you're going to do that, so what happens is they are actually not supported by the latest Python versions. They actually support the older Python version, which is 3.9. Okay, and in this video I'm going to download 3.11. Yeah, and I'm actually trying to find out particular version of 3. Yeah, this one, Python 3.11.4. And I just go down here and there are many options, like go to download Windows installer, or go to embedded packages, or you can go for download for Mac OS. And these two options are actually for Linux and other operating systems. Okay, so I'm going to download it for installer, Windows installer at 64-bit, and it's downloaded now, started. And now just click here and it will open when my download will complete. Okay, in the meanwhile let's talk a little bit. So so as you can see that here are many options of Python. There are also many things which I want to mention about Python. Like if you go here and you will see downloads option, there are options for all releases, source code, Windows, Mac OS, other platforms, license and all. Okay, so let me go for the other platforms thing, and you will see we have many options like Python for IBM, Python for iOS, iPad OS, Python for Z OS, and there are many options, UEFI environment, HPUX, and there are many. So and there are also option of alternate Python packages for Linux. Okay, so there are many things. Okay, so if you are in any environment of Python, it's not just that you just have to go here and download. As we go for Windows, download the installer and things will done. It not happens with all the platforms. Actually, there are sometimes we have Python version, the latest one, and there are some Python versions which are not get downloaded from website directly. Let's take an example, the Python 3.6. It's a version of Python which we can't download from the website directly because it's now not available in the website. We cannot download the Windows installer. So what we do, we actually go for this option and we go for source, and at here source option we can download any version of Python. Okay, so let me try to find out 3.6, and here is 3.6.15, and here we have source file. Okay, and this tarball file or source tarball file is actually supported on Linux systems. So we actually download this source code, and then we build our Python from the source. So this tarball is the kind of zip file, and this zip file contains the source code of this Python. and the Python we actually build there in our system. Okay, so this happens and mostly for the Linux version, because the companies these days, or I should say there are many companies out there, and they actually work on Linux systems, and then they use the older version of Python also. Why? Because their systems are sometimes build on the older version of Python instead of the latest one. Okay, now you can see, now the talk is over, I believe, because this screen is now appeared here. And first thing which I want to tell you at here is that you should first click here, add python.exe to path. So when you do this thing, only then you can be able to use your Python in Windows CMD. What is Windows CMD? Windows are CMD, this black screen, this is a CMD. And when you type Python here and then run it in later, you'll be able to access the Python interactive shell. If you don't know about Python interactive shell, I will tell you about it in the coming videos. So you have selected the add Python exe to path. Now we are going to just install it into our system. It's asking for administration privileges. Now it's downloading the Python, so setup is in progress. Okay, and it will take very less time actually, because the 3.11.4 and Python is very suited for Windows. I mean, it's suited for every platform, because I'm using Python from about 6 years till now, and there are many things which I have done with Python. And I actually chose 3.11.4 here. There is a reason actually, because a few months back I actually developed a Android project, and I made an APIs using 3.11.4, and that was my first Android project which I completed, and it was in time of just 3 months, and that's why I like Python 3.11.4 most often. Okay, so now close, and now let's check whether Python is installed or not. So Windows R, now CMD is written here. Okay, and now the screen opens up, and if you type Python, the interactive shell opens up, and you just have to write print hello world and enter, and now thing is here. Now let me exit this shell. And now if you want to check the version of Python, so one way is this, run the interactive shell. But if you don't want to do this thing, we can just write Python hyphen version CLI. And now let me press enter, and you can see Python 3.11.4. It means that Python 3.11.4 is now in our computer. So that's all for this video. If you have any doubts regarding programming, coding, or anything related to computers, you can ask me directly in the comments below, or you can reach me out. If you are watching me on YouTube, there's only way to reach me out via comments. If you are on LinkedIn and watching me, then you can directly DM me. Okay, I am Abhishek Roka. I will see you next time. Yeah, by the way, I'm also on Instagram, so you can DM me there also. Okay, so that's all for this video. Thank you very much, and I will see you next time.